Well, here we are. If you're wondering how we got here after tuning in to game one of this series, I concluded the broadcast by saying, well, hey, um, we'll see you here tomorrow for game one of tomorrow's doubleheader. Well, immediately following the conclusion of tonight's game, a 6-0 win for the Bisons, head coach for the Bisons, Kristen Ryman, asked Renee Hicks, the head coach for the Bellarmine Knights, said, hey, weird request, but are you guys interested in playing that second game here tonight, making the doubleheader here tonight? Renee Hicks asked her team. The Knights said yes, so here we are. We were not aware until briefly after game one, but improvise, adapt, and overcome. Here we are for game two today between the Bisons and the Knights. Emily Yakubowski gets the start today in game two for the Bison. She is quickly behind Anna Greenwell. 2 balls and no strikes. Going over the lineup for the Knights, as that one's in there for a called strike, it's the same lineup that we saw in game one. Anna Greenwell leading off, playing third. Alexis Hargrove batting second, playing short. Hannah Webb batting third, playing second. Chloe Collins batting fourth and playing first. Megan Connerman, designated player, batting fifth, as that one's out high, and there will be a 3-1 count now to Greenwell. Emily O.D. batting sixth, playing right. Carly Ziegler batting seventh and playing center field. Sydney Young's catching. She's batting eighth. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Olivia Bricker. Yakubowski fires this one in there. It'll be fouled off down the third base line. Out of play. It'll run the count full now to Anna Greenwell. Getting the start today for the Bisons in game two is Emily Yakubowski, the left-hander. 2-9 on the year. She's making her 11th start. Has a 5.18 ERA, 92 hits in 73 innings pitched, 54 earned runs, has walked 36, struck out 63. Make it 64 as the stretch there by Crawford, keeping the foot on the bag, the K2-3, it goes in the books. And the first out of game two is recorded. So, that'll bring in Alexis Hargrove now. She'll look at a called strike where again, weren't expecting this game to be played until tomorrow. Didn't find out again until kind of the last minute. But we're ready. We're here. And it is a 1-1 count to Alexis Hargrove. Make it a 2-1 count. Hargrove batting .216. She'll swing. That one will bounce foul as Hunt watches it go. Couldn't make the grab. In fair territory. And the count will run full to Alexis Hargrove. Hargrove 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game one. She will draw the walk here. Emily Yakubowski struggling to find the strike zone early, has gone full to both batters she has faced. And it'll now bring in Hannah Webb. Looking at all-time stats between the Bisons and the Knights, the Bisons have never lost. They are undefeated against the Knights 4-0. As that one's in there for a called strike, it'll be 0-2 count now to Hannah Webb. Looking back last year, it was a 5-0 win on April 14th, an 8-0 win on April 20th of last year, and then a 4-0 game also on April 20th of last year. So 3 shutouts, and then earlier today with the 6-0 shutout, the Knights have yet to score a run all time against the Lipscomb Bisons. That pitch fouled back against the screen and will run the count, or even keep the count at 1-2. So the Knights are still looking for their first ever run scored against the Bisons. They have a runner on and Alexis Hargrove down at first base. Emily Yakubowski looking to put away Hannah Webb with a 1-2 count. And she'll do just that, a swing and a miss. It's the second strikeout of the day for Emily Yakubowski. And it'll bring in Chloe Collins now. Collins way out in front of that one will lift it high, deep, but way, way foul. In the first game, Collins, 1 for 3, had one of the 4 night hits. She did, however, as that one chopped foul, looked like she had suffered a foot injury, kind of had it stepped on a routine put out. She shook it off, stayed in the game. She'll foul that one straight back against the netting. If you're just joining us, I want to reiterate again, we didn't know that we were going to have a doubleheader tonight. Coach Kristen Ryman approached Bellarmine head coach Renee Hicks immediately following the first game and said, hey, how about playing 2? Hicks agreed, but here we are. Yakubowski strikes out the side with a walk in between. We will head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll tell you the Bison's batting order when we return here from Draper Diamond. Megan Murphy, we saw her in game 2, or game 1, I beg your pardon. She came in to pitch, went 2/3 of an inning, faced 2 batters, only threw 4 pitches. She will get the start for the Knights here in game 2. She'll face Vitula Liebrick and Elise Shoemaker to begin the first inning. First pitch showing bunt is Vitula. She'll pull back as that pitch was high. It'll be a 1-0 count. Vitula, Liebrick, Shoemaker, the top three in the batting order, will be followed by Caitlin Belding, Kendall Crawford, Macy Kinconnen, Tori Womack, Jessie Brown, and Caitlin Hunt. The same exact lineup from Game 1. And again, we will probably see Avery Cox come in around the second or third inning, take over behind the plate from Caitlin Hunt. Cameron Rich again dealing with a knee injury. Tula watches that one high for a ball. It'll be a 3-0 count now. And if you're Megan Murphy, you do not want Amy Vitula to get on base. The team leader in stolen bases for the Bisons. She's got 8 on the year. She'll look at a strike there, and it'll be a 3-1 count. Murphy kicks, fires. Vitula gets the bunt down, coming in. The third baseman, Greenwell, fields it, throws over to first, but you're not going to beat Amy Vitula with a throw like that. She's aboard, and they'll bring in Presley Liebrick now. First hit of Game 2 for Amy Vitula. And total, that is her third hit of the day. Had 2 hits in Game 1. Liebrick lays down a bunt, but it will roll foul. So, 2 hits in Game 1 for Vitula. Also in Game 1, Presley Liebrick had 1 hit. Also had a walk. She was aboard twice. She'll look in here. Against Murphy. Watching, waiting. She lays down a bunt here that catches home plate umpire's foot. And Presley Liebrick will now be in the hole here, 0-2. The plan here, what we've been told, relayed to us, is that with the weather looking how it is tomorrow, the plan is just play as much as we can tonight. If we get through 4.5 or 5 innings, depending on which team is leading, then the game could just be called. Better, and if not, then they can just pick it back up tomorrow at whatever time they need to. So, we know the situation. Again, we've mentioned it multiple times in Game 1. Bisons have to have multiple things go their way, but the one thing that they can control is sweeping Bellarmine. They took Game 1, now a chance here to take Game 2. Cannot afford a loss. A loss cements that the Bisons would miss the A-Sun tournament. Liebrick with a 1-2 count now. Murphy kicks in, deals. This pitch bounces in. Vitula's running. She will slide in safely with her 9th stolen base of the season. Kind of a delayed steal there by Vitula. Waited until the catcher, Sydney Young, had received the ball. She's now in scoring position for Liebrick, who has a full count, 3-2. Liebrick walked in Game 1, also had a hit. The lefty is ready. She'll watch that one up in around the hands, and she'll trot on down to first base. So 2 batters, 2 aboard here in the top of the first inning for the Bisons. And Elise Shoemaker will now step in to hit. So Elise Shoemaker will now step in, the right-handed junior from Kentucky. She's from Lexington, the Bellarmine Knights from Louisville. About an hour between the 2 cities. The 2 largest cities in the state of Kentucky. Technically, Kentucky is a commonwealth, but tomato, tomato. We'll have a meeting here out in the circle as the pitcher, Megan Murphy, will get a talking to from, I believe that is Molly Pollock, one of the assistant softball coaches. Renee Hicks joined on staff by Leanne Kerr and Pollock. Of course, Kristen Ryman joined on staff by Coach Laura Dukes and Coach Ken Hunt. Shoemaker watches this one on the inside corner for a strike. That'll even up the count 1-1. So Shoemaker with a chance here to give the Bisons an early lead in the first inning with the base hit with Vitula's speed out at second base. She shows bunt, gets it down. Crashing hard was the third baseman Greenwell. She'll flip over to first base. It'll go down as a sacrifice bunt by Shoemaker. She advances the runners to second and third, and Caitlin Belding will now be tasked with bringing them both in. Could not have asked for a better bunt there by Elise Shoemaker. Dropped it down perfectly. Belding looks at a strike. That one bounces in. It'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Caitlin Belding. Belding checks her swing, but it's in there. It'll be a 1-2 count now. Belding really needs to get a base hit here. 0 for 3 in game 1. She's hitless on the day. She'll send this one high. Going back, making the catch in left field is Olivia Bricker. Amy Vitula will tag and come in to score. It is a sacrifice fly for the third baseman Belding, and the Bisons lead 1-0 here in the first inning. Belding gets the job done, and she picks up her 7th RBI of the year, and will now flip it over to Kendall Crawford with an RBI chance with Presley Liebrick out at second base. Crawford was late on that one, fouls it off into the Bison dugout. So, an 0-1 count, 2 outs here in the first inning. Bisons lead 1-0. They only have one hit, and it was a leadoff infield hit by Amy Vitula. Presley Liebrick walked to follow. Shoemaker's bunt advanced both runners, and then Caitlin Belding lifted a sac fly that brought in Amy Vitula from third base. Crawford's ready. She watches this one low for a ball. I'll move the count to 2-1 now. Crawford in game 1 was 1 for 4, had an RBI in that game. It was in the 6th inning. She grounded out. It was an RBI ground out that brought in the 6th run for the Bisons. This one misses for a ball, and it'll be a 3-1 count now. That one RBI came off of Murphy. It was one of the 2 outs that she recorded to end the 6th inning. Crawford will send this one back over the head of Murphy into the outfield. Liebrick's rounding second. She's coming in. She will score standing up. It's an RBI single off the bat of the Bison's first baseman, and they increase their lead 2-0. 2 hits here in the inning. Bisons lead 2-0, and it will be Macy Conconin now looking to keep the fireworks going. The 6th RBI of the season for Kendall Crawford as Conconin fouls out to the third baseman Greenwell. But damage done. 2 hits, 2 runs come across in the first inning. The Bisons lead this one early. Emily Yakubaski heads back out to the circle where she will look to continue to mow down these night batters when we return here from Nashville, Tennessee. Megan Connerman gets us started here in the second inning. Emily Yakubowski back out in the circle. She fires the first one in high for a ball. Connerman batting 145 on the season. 10 hits, 69 at bat. She'll swing through that one. That was a swing with a purpose. However, she missed the ball and is now in a 1-1 count. Yakubowski fires this one in there. This one will be hit to the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Connerman's rounding first. She's heading to second. Conconin fires it in. It is a lead-off double for the Knights here in the second inning. I'll bring in Emily O.D. now. O.D., the right fielder today. Oh for 3 in game 1. And she'll look on a first pitch strike here from Yakubowski. Bisons lead 2-0 after 2 hits in the first inning. Yakubowski looking to pitch around that leadoff double. She'll get a strike here and have OD in an 0-2 count. Yakubowski kicks, fires, it bounces. Nice block there by Hunt as Connerman had taken a couple steps towards third. Hunt with a nice block there to keep it in front of her and prevent it from going into the backstop and allowing Connerman to advance to third. So it's a 1-2 count now. The pitch foul back off the netting. Hunt makes the grab off the screen. Not an out, unfortunately. This is not banana ball, a baseball brand by the Savannah Bananas that includes where if a batter fouls a ball off into the stands, if a fan makes the grab, the batter's out. That one misses low, leaving the count up here, 2-2. It was 80 degrees at first pitch of game one, as that pitch fouled back once again. Of course, then we had a 3-hour rain delay. It is now 7:41. The temperature has dropped. So that pitch is down low. And we'll run the count full, 3-2. Currently, it is now 72 degrees with a 5-mile-an-hour breeze. This one's popped up to the right. Liebrick coming in, makes the grab. Connerman will stay put out at second base, and it'll be the first out of the inning here in the second. And it'll bring in Carly Ziegler, who had a day in game one. 2 singles raised her batting average from 115 all the way up to 133. She was 2 for 2. She'll send this one down the opposite way and into the Knights bullpen. It's a foul ball. Strike one. 2 singles and a walk for Ziegler. She was aboard 3 times in game one against Kate Peters. But again, it was a complete game shutout by Peters that ended that one. That one's chopped to third. It takes a weird hop off of Caitlin Belding's glove. Vatula was there to back it up, but did not have a play. It'll go down as a hit, and it'll be the 3rd hit of the day for Carly Ziegler. Sydney Young will now step up to bat, the catcher, with runners on the corners and 1 out. She will look at a ball. And now, just 60 feet away, is the Knights' first run of not only the day, but of all time, as that one's chopped to short. Vatula will get the out at first, but the run comes in. Connerman scores after her leadoff double. It is the first run of the day for the Knights, and that is the first run all time the Knights have scored against the Lipscomb Bisons. It comes in an RBI ground out by Sydney Young. That pitch foul tipped into the glove of Hunt for a strike. The tying run now out at second base in the form of Ziegler. A base hit here by Olivia Bricker could tie this game up here in the second inning. She'll swing through that one for a strike, and it'll be an 0-2 count now. Of course, there's still only 1 out in the inning. That's not right. There's 2 outs. The scoreboard can be deceiving sometimes. There are 2 outs in the inning because OD had flew out to right, and now that ground out. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs. That one's fouled back to the netting. Olivia Bricker batting 138 on the season. 167 with 2 outs, and even more putrid 083 with runners in scoring position. She's in the hole here, 0-2, with a chance to tie this game up with a base hit. She's ready. Yakubowski fires in, swung on and missed for the 4th strikeout of the day for Emily Yakubowski. But the Knights get a run, and they have now only trail by 1. Lipscomb leads 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It will be Tori Womack, Jessie Brown, and Caitlin Hunt when we return here from the Music City. Tori Womack will get us started here in the bottom of the second inning. The right-handed slugger was 3 for 3 in game one, 2 singles and a double. And she's looking. First pitch, swing and hits it high. It's deep. It's off the top of the wall. And it is a single for Tori Womack. That pitch was crushed, but just short of the wall. It hit off the very, very top of the wall out there by Womack. And with how hard it was hit, Womack only limited to a single. Her fourth hit of the day, and that'll bring in Jessie Brown now. That one will miss inside. It'll be a 2-1 count, or a 1-0 count to Jessie Brown, I beg your pardon. Brown will send this one in the opposite field, but it'll be in foul territory. Making the grab is the third baseman, Anna Greenwell. Womack will stay at first base, and that'll bring in Caitlin Hunt now. So, Hunt batting .081 on the year, the senior. Watches that one low for a ball. She's one of 4 who will be recognized here tomorrow for Senior Day, along with Amy Vitula, Katie Turner, as that one is on the outside corner for a strike, and Jessie Brown. Again, this is probably the only at-bat that Hunt will get in game one, dealing with a leg injury, lower leg injury to be exact. That's why she's not catching the entire game, just getting a couple innings and then turning it over to Avery Cox. 2-1 count here to Hunt. Womack down at first base after her hit. Hunt lays down a bunt. Coming into field is Greenwell, running well, but just beaten by a step is Hunt. Womack will advance to second, and that'll bring in Amy Vitula now. So, Womack had just missed a home run that hit off the very top of the wall. If she had got that ball up just a little bit more, it was gone. And it was a missile. But Vitula will look at a ball here. She'll be ahead in the count 1-0, and Womack will be off of second base in scoring position. Vitula can find a gap. The Bisons can get a much-needed insurance run and increase their lead 3-1. Murphy is ready. She kicks, fires low for a ball, and Vitula will now have a 3-0 count. Expect to see her take all the way on this one. And she does, and it is a 4-pitch walk to Amy Vitula. And Presley Liebrick will now step in with 2 on and 2 out. Liebrick. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Liebrick walked her first at-bat, scored one of the 2 Bison's runs. She actually scored on the single by Kendall Crawford. She'll show bunt, pull back. Runners are going, and safe is Tori Womack down at third base. The throw beat her, but I think that shortstop Alexis Hargrove, who was covering third after Anna Greenwell crashed in on the bunt, did not get the tag there in time. And Liebrick will send this one to straightaway center. It'll one-hop the wall. She's round first. She's sliding into second. Womack scores. Vitula's right on her tail. It is a 4-1 lead for the Lipscomb Bisons here in the second inning. A 2-run double off the bat of Presley Liebrick. And that'll bring in Elise Shoemaker now, who had a sac bunt back in the first inning. Two runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. Bisons lead 4-1. And they're looking for more. Shoemaker looking to put a ball in play that can score Liebrick. As 2 runs, both scored with 2 outs. Shoemaker watches that one low. It'll be a 2-0 count. She'll step out, go through her routine. Half swing there. Step in right here, right there. Check swing. Double tap to plate. She's ready. Murphy kicks, fires inside. Spinning out of the way of that one is Shoemaker. And it'll be a 3-0 count. A 4-1 lead, a 3-0 count to Shoemaker. She'll take that one all the way for a strike. It'll be a 3-1 count now. So a hitter's count now for Elise Shoemaker. Liebrick off of second. Shoemaker sends one high in the air. Coming out is the shortstop, Alexis Hargrove. A very nice play there to catch the pop-up by Elise Shoemaker. But 2 runs score off an RBI double by Presley Liebrick, and the Bisons lead 4-1 heading to the third inning. Leadoff hitter Anna Greenwell will step in from the left side of the plate. She struck out K2-3, her first at bat back in the first inning. She'll look at a ball here. Bisons lead 4-1. It was a sac fly by Kaiten Belding in the first to bring in Amy Vitula. An RBI single by first baseman Kendall Crawford to bring in Presley Liebrick. And then in the second, after a Womack single and Amy Vitula walk, a wild pitch moved them into scoring position, and Presley Liebrick sent a 2-run double to straightaway center field. That's where we stand currently, 4-1 in the top of the third inning. It is a 2-1 count to Hargrove. I'm sorry, to Greenwell. Hargrove is in the on-deck circle. That one goes to the backstop. It'll be a 2-2 count now. Jakubowski's ready. She kicks, fires. This one slapped foul. The count will remain 2-2. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Strikeout number 5 of the day for Emily Jakubowski. She sends Greenwell packing for the second time today. And that'll bring in Alexis Hargrove now, who ended the bottom of the second with a spectacular grab. Out in the outfield, the shortstop looks at a strike, but she ranging back into the outfield, making a nice over-the-shoulder grab. If that ball had dropped, likely would have scored Liebrick from second. That ball fouled straight back into the netting. If that net wasn't there, and this window right in front of me wasn't there, it was coming right for me. I would have been prepared, though. Don't worry. Hargrove with an 0-2 count. Jakubowski fires in high. 4 ball. That'll be a 1-2 count now. Hunt still behind the plate. We'll likely see Avery Cox take over probably next inning, if I had to guess. Jakubowski fires this one in. Swung on and miss. The throw down to first. It's a K2-3 and the 6th strikeout of the day for Emily Jakubowski. Two quickly retired here. And a strike here against Hannah Webb, who struck out her first at-bat as well. This one bounces in. Most strikeouts in a game for a Bison pitcher is 10. It's a tie between Emily Jakubowski and Michaela Veneziali. Jakubowski already here in the third inning has 6. That's a 2-1 count. Struck out the side in the first. Already has 2 here in the third. Can she strike out the side once more? She cannot. That one popped in the infield. Elise Shoemaker calls it. She makes the grab. And that will send us to the bottom of the third, where the Bisons lead 4-1. Third baseman Caitlin Belding will get us started here in the third inning against Megan Murphy. Belding Had an RBI back in the first inning. It was a sac fly. The score, Amy Vitula. She'll look at a called strike here to begin the third inning. Building. The right-handed junior. Watches this one high for a ball. Belding from Hayden, Alabama. Standing 5'6", she'll swing and send this one up in the air, right up in the elevator shaft, and right down into the glove of shortstop Alexis Hargrove. She's out, and it'll bring in Kendall Crawford now, who's 1 for 1 today, had that RBI single right back up the middle in the first inning to score Presley Liebrick from second and give the Bisons a 2-0 lead. They would increase that lead to 4-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Crawford looks at a first pitch ball. She steps out, steps back in. She's ready. Here's the pitch from Murphy. High. It'll be a 2-0 count now. In the on-deck circle, Macy Kinconnen, Tori Womack in the hole. Should anybody reach? Murphy kicks, fires, bounces in there for a ball. It'll be a 3-0 count now to Kendall Crawford. Expect to see Crawford take this pitch all the way here. Shows bunt, pulls back. It is a ball. A 4-pitch walk to Kendall Crawford. She'll trot on down to first base. And Macy looking to have a better fortune than she did in the first when she fouled out to the third baseman, Anna Greenwell. Kinconnen, first pitch. Swinging, sends it high, deep, foul, and out of play. Fortunately so, just missing a second consecutive foul out. To Kinconnen, she's ready. Watches that one high and outside. It'll be a 1-1 count. One count to Kinconnen. She swings, sends this one to the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall, and they're both going to be on their horses. Crawford's rounding third. She's going to score. Kinconnen, stand up, triple for Macy Kinconnen will score a run. And the Bisons lead 5-1 as Kendall Crawford scores all the way from first base. It is the 8th triple of the season for Macy Kinconnen. She leads the team in that category. It's the 5th hit of the day for the Bisons, and they lead 5-1. And that will spell the end for Megan Murphy. We will have a pitching change here. It'll be the right-hander, Carson Goatley, who will come in relief for Megan Murphy. The book not closed on Murphy just yet, as Kinconnen still her responsibility. But she is out. It is now Goatley's game. She's tasked with limiting the damage. Goatley on the year as she takes her warm-up pitches. 4-12 on the year. She leads the team in starts and appearances, one of four pitchers for the Knights. This is Goatley's 29th appearance. She is 4-12 on the year with a 4.85 ERA, 134 hits and 105 and a third innings, 73 earned runs, 49 strikeouts, 63 stolen bases. Her first batter will be Tori Womack, who just missed a home run her first at bat. A screamer that just hit off the yellow. And since it was hit so hard, the left fielder, Olivia Bricker, was able to get it back in so fast that it limited Womack to just a single. Now, first two pitches miss for a ball. It'll be a 2-0 count for Tori Womack. She's ready. She takes a mighty cut at that one. Swings right through it, and it'll be a swinging strike, a 2-1 count now to Tori Womack. Conconin at third. Womack swings through that one. It'll even up the count two. Womack batting .667 with runners in scoring position. That one will miss high and will run the count full. On the season, Womack has 5 RBI, looking to get her 6th year with a base hit, or even just putting the ball in play. But she'll swing through that one. It'll be a strikeout for Goatley. The first time today that Tori Womack has been retired. And it's the second out of the inning. It'll bring in Jessie Brown. Conconin still standing down there at third. Jessie Brown's ready from the left side. She gets a running start. Watches this one outside for a ball. Bisons have scored in every frame thus far in this young game. Brown late on that one, fouls it back to the screen. Count will be 1-1. Goatley looks in for the sign. She gets it. She kicks, fires. Brown swings through that one late. And it will be a 1-2 count now. Brown, the senior. Caitlin Hunt is on deck. Should Brown reach? This one's popped up. Foul. Anna Greenwell going over to make the grab. Did she make it? She did. It popped out of and stranded at third base. But the Bisons score a run. It's an RBI triple for Macy Conconin, and the Bisons lead 5-1. Heading to the 4th inning, Emily Yakubowski will trot on back out, looking to preserve this lead. Every Time We Touch by Cascade rains down from the stadium speakers as the Bisons lead 5-1 here in the fourth inning. It'll be the first baseman, Chloe Collins, to get us started here in the fourth inning. She sends this one high, deep, curving. It will go foul. Collins was all over that one, and she just missed it. She leads the Knights in homers with 6 on the season. Almost had her 7th right there. Hunt still behind the plate. That one misses outside for a ball. It'll be 1-1 count now. Jakubowski fires this one in. This one sent the opposite way, past the glove of Crawford and the glove of Shoemaker, and it will be a single for Chloe Collins. She'll be at first base, and it'll be the third hit of the day for the Knights. I think we're going to have a pinch runner for Collins as Connerman will dig in, and yes, we will. Trying to get a look at who that could be. It looks like it's number 2, but there is no number 2. We'll await the sign from the umpire because we don't know. I know there's a 2. We know that there's a 2 on her number. Her hair is covering up her second number. It's one of 4 players it could be. Allen misses high for a ball to Connerman, who doubled her first at-bat and later scored on an RBI ground ball. My instinct tells me that's number 25 out there, Casey Muse. And yes, it is. It is Casey Muse, as that one's fouled back to the screen by Connerman. So Casey Muse coming in to run for Chloe Collins. And Megan Connerman has a 1-1 count. Here with a runner on first in the top of the fourth inning. That one right down the middle for a called strike in Jakubowski. A pitch away from her 7th strikeout of the day. She's ready. Jakubowski fires in there, swung on, foul tipped. Unable to hang on to it is Hunt, and Connerman will stay alive. Jakubowski ready. That pitch chopped over the leaping grab of Belding. It'll roll into the outfield. It'll be a single for Connerman. She's 2 for 2 here in game 2. 4th hit of the day for the Knights. And they are threatening here with 2 on and no out against Emily Jakubowski. The batter will be Emily O.D., the right fielder. 0 for 1 here in game 2. In game 1, O.D. was 0 for 3. O.D. will look at a ball. Knights threatening here in the 4th inning. 2 on, no out. This one sent hard smash, but just foul. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Brown will help get it back in. Jakubowski gets a word of encouragement from her second baseman, Elise Shoemaker. Jakubowski looks in. She will take off her mask, and time will be called as pitching coach Ken Hunt will go out there and give her a word of encouragement. Bisons can't afford to let this game go. Once again, talking about the scenarios and how important these games are for the Bisons for even a chance to go to the postseason. We talked about everything that had to go right, but the first order of business was winning. And when I say winning, I mean not just winning game one, but sweeping. The Bisons have to sweep this series against the Knights if they want to play in the A-Sun tournament. But that's not all. They need some things to go their way. Eastern Kentucky needs to be swept against North Alabama. North Alabama took 2 games of the doubleheader today, and with a win tomorrow, we'll sweep Eastern Kentucky. The Bisons need Liberty to sweep Stetson. Liberty already took game 1 of that series. And lastly, the Bisons need Kennesaw State to take 2 of 3 at the minimum against Jacksonville. And in that one, Kennesaw State won. So far, everything has gone correctly for the Bisons to have a chance. The Bisons need to take care of first things first and take care of their own business. Do what they have to do and win here, not relying on anybody else until they absolutely have to. Jakubowski gets the foul ball here, up and out of play. It'll run the count full, 3-2. She'll fire this one in, and once again, we'll do the full count pitch as it's fouled back and out of play. Emily O.D., the right fielder, with a full count, runners on first and second, no outs. Jakubowski needs to fire in a strike, and she cannot do so. It's a ball to roll away to the backstop. Runners will advance 1 base, and the bases will be loaded for Carly Ziegler, the one Knight who has not been retired thus far. 2 for 2 with a walk in game 1, and already 1 for 1 here in game 2. Ziegler watches this one low for a ball, and Jakubowski seemingly cannot find the strike zone. Need her to figure it out and figure it out fast. Bison's nursing a 4-run lead, but with the bases juice, one swing of the bat can tie this game up from Ziegler. There is action in the Bison's bullpen as this one misses low. It'll be a 2-0 count now. And it looks like, I don't know if this is a stall tactic or what, but the entire infield is going to come in and meet with Emily Jakubowski. They're going to give her some words of encouragement, probably allow a little bit of extra time for whoever's warming up in the bullpen out there. As I try to take a look, I can't really see. It looks like some double barrel action. Likely Lane Barefoot and Michaela Veneziale, if I had to guess, but I cannot see. Whoever it is, they're both getting ready down there. You got to pull out all the stops with everything that's on the line, and Jakubowski's back on the rubber. 2-0 count to Carly Ziegler. She kicks, fires just outside. It's a 3-0 count. There's nowhere to put Ziegler. Jakubowski desperately needs a shot. I have to guess this is likely her last batter. She kicks, fires right down all the way. It's a 3-1 count now. Still pitching in danger. Emily Jakubowski, 3-on count, bases loaded. This one just misses inside. It's a walk for Ziegler, and that will score a run. It is now a 5-2 ball game here in the fourth inning. And out of the bullpen comes Lane Barefoot. I think that she's going to take over here whenever the decision is made. Jakubowski fires in a strike. Saw head coach Kristen Ryman go over to the bullpen, call in Barefoot. So Barefoot's now in the dugout. Likely going to see Barefoot should any more thing happen. This one sent. It's going to drop. Vatula throwing home. They can get the force out, but they cannot. It is an RBI single off the bat of Young. And it is now a 5-3 ball game. Bases remain loaded. Still nobody out here in the fourth inning. And that's going to be it for Emily Jakubowski. Bisons lead for the moment 5-3, but bases loaded, nobody out here. All you can do is hold your breath and hope that the Bisons can hang on. It's going to be Michaela Veneziale coming in to supplant Emily Jakubowski. She'll get a word of encouragement from Jakubowski. Veneziale will trot into the circle. She is going to be tasked with keeping the score where it's at and getting 3 outs because the bases are loaded with nobody out. Stat-wise, Jakubowski on the year, (2-6), has a 6.00 ERA. This is her 19th appearance. 70 hits in 56 innings pitched. 48 earned runs, 36 walks, 38 strikeouts. She has a very tall order here. Bisons still lead, but that lead is quickly shrinking. Veneziale will put her mask on. She's ready. Olivia Bricker will be the batter. Bases are juiced. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Knights. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Bisons. We are in the top of the fourth inning here in a 2-0 ball game. Veneziale's first pitch will have to wait as time is called. So we'll reset. And now, Veneziale's first pitch. She kicks, fires on the outside corner for a called strike. One count to Bricker. Veneziale's ready. She fires outside for a ball. Hunt goes down to her tush to keep that one in front of her. It'll be a 2-1 count now. Infield is in for the Bisons to get that force out at home. But it is hit right up the middle. 1 run scores. Runners will move station to station. It is now a 4-run inning. I'm sorry, it is now a 3-run inning for the Knights, and they now trail 5-4. Bases still loaded, no outs. Lineup will flip over to Anna Greenwell. The runners on second and third belong to Emily Yakubowski, as that one misses inside from Veneziale for a ball. So the book not officially closed on Yakubowski just yet. Veneziale kicks, fires low for a ball. It'll be a 2-0 count now. Veneziale, now is not the time to lose command. She needs to throw strikes. Infield still in. This one chopped over the head of the third baseman Belding. Station to station once more. And the game is now tied. 4 runs come across here in the top of the 4th inning. Veneziale allows 2 singles to her first 2 batters. Still no outs in the inning. Lots to be done here in the 4th for the Bisons. Cannot allow this game to get away. It's a tie game right now, and that's where it needs to stay. You have to throw strikes, and you have to get outs. You cannot afford to choke this game away. Strikes have to be thrown. Veneziale does just that. She delivers a strike there, leaving the count up 1-1 against the Knight shortstop. 4 runs already in this inning. So that one's cut on, missed. It'll be a 1-2 count now. Infield still in, looking to nab that lead runner at home. Not much you can say in this one. Obviously a must-win game for the Bisons. They have scored in every frame, had a 5-1 advantage coming in to this top of the 4th inning. And just hit after hit after hit. Bisons are now being out-hit in this game. 7-5. The game is tied, but the bases are loaded for the Knights here in the 4th inning. That one misses outside. It'll even the count up. 2-2 now. And a big hit here by Alexis Hargrove could be absolutely soul-crushing. She'll foul it back off the screen. Any big hit really could be soul-crushing for this Bison's team. Still, hoping, holding out hope. Everything's gone right so far for them to have a chance to make the ASUN tournament. There's still hope, but they have to get out of this inning and score some runs. That one misses outside. It'll be a 3-2 count now. There's nowhere to put Hargrove. Still bases loaded. Still no outs. Can't throw a ball here. Have to throw a strike. Veneziali's ready. She kicks and fires. Outside for a ball. No. Called. Strike 3. Mercifully, the first out of the inning is recorded. Hannah Webb will now dig in. Base loaded, 1 out. Infield will remain in, looking to nail that lead runner at third. Veneziali's ready. She fires. Foul back against the netting for a strike. Oh, 1 count. Veneziali fires in low. Hunt blocks it, does a good job to keep it in front of her. If that ball had gone to the backstop, it would have been trouble. One count to Hannah Webb. Veneziali's ready. She fires in. This one's fouled back off the screen. And we'll run the count to 1-2 now. One-two count. Webb, 0 for 2 today, struck out and popped out. Need an out here. She sends it high. Jessie Brown will make the grab. She'll fire home. The run will score. And the Knights take a 6-5 lead. The first lead of the day for the Bellarmine Knights. Still not out of this inning. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. No, we will not have a pinch hitter. It'll be Chloe Collins, the first baseman, will re-enter after she singled and was pinch ran for by Muse. So runners at first and second, 2 outs, but the Knights lead 6-5. There's a high fly ball. Coming in and calling it and making the grab is Jessie Brown. And mercifully, the inning is over. 5 runs score on 5 hits. And the Knights now lead this one 6-5 here in the 4th inning. We will be right back here from Draper Diamond when we return. been a long time since Carson Goatley was in the circle. When she stepped off the field a previous inning, our team trailed 5-1. She now steps in with the lead. 5 runs come across in the top of the 4th inning for the Knights. Goatley will face Hunt, Vitula, and Liebrick as the Bisons look to score some runs and keep their season afloat. Hunt watches that one outside for a ball. It'll be a 1-1 count now. In her first at-bat, Hunt grounded out to third. She'll watch this one inside for a ball, and that'll run the count to 2-1. Goatley kicks, fires right down Broadway for a strike, and it'll be a 2-2 count now to the graduate senior from Creighton. Hunt is ready. Goatley kicks, fires. Swung on and missed. Hunt is retired, and the lineup will now flip over to Amy Vitula. Vitula's ready. Has reached base both times here in this one, a single and a walk. Both times she's been aboard, she has scored. So the Bisons would love to see her get on the board here. Or get on base so she can attempt to score. So bunt that one foul. We'll leave the count up 1-1. One's across the board, number 1 at the plate. 1-1 count, 1 out. Bisons trail by 1. As Vitula will slap that one foul and out of play. She'll be in the hole here. 1-2. One-two count now. Vitula, she's ready. She swings and fouls that one back. And we'll do the 1-2 pitch once more. So here we are. Once more, we'll do the 1-2. Amy Vitula fouling pitch off left and right. She's trying to go that other way. She's got a big hole over there in that left center field gap. If she can put that ball there, she'll watch that one bounce. But if she can put that ball there, she'll likely end up at second base. Not much of a pull hitter, but with her speed, if she can pull it down the line into the corner, possibly put it a slow roller into the gap over there beneath the scoreboard, she could be sending on third. She'll foul that one off once again. But again, slap hitters like Vitula, Crawford, typically you see her, and Jesse Brown as well, you typically see them slap the ball the other way, getting that running start, the way that they swing when they're running. It just kind of powers the ball the other way. That one misses inside, and the count will now run full. So, full count to Amy Vitula. Senior wants to play more than just tomorrow. She wants to go to the Sun Tournament. This one will be slapped to third. Nice pick and up with it, but off the bag is the first baseman, Chloe Collins. Vitula beats it out for an infield hit. She's aboard, and that'll bring in Presley Liebrick now. So the tying run now on base, and Presley Liebrick represents the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th. Liebrick on the season has 1 home run, but a second here will put the Bisons ahead. She was swinging for it with that swing. but she swings through that pitch from Goatley. Goatley has allowed 21 homers on the season. Liebrick shows bunt, misses, and she'll quickly be in the hole here, 0-2. Liebrick brought in 2 runs back in the second with a 2-run double with 2 outs in the inning. Scored Vitula and Womack. She'll send this one the other way, and it will be caught out there in left field by Olivia Bricker. That'll bring in Elise Shoemaker. So 2 outs now. Runner on first base for Elise Shoemaker. Vitula gets a late break there, but she'll retreat back to first base as Shoemaker looks at a ball. Bisons trail 6-5. Looking to tie the tie. Running. The throw is on the money by Sydney Young. She will nail Amy Vitula at second base. And we will head to the 5th inning. Bisons trail 6-5. Marin Waterman will take over in the circle. On a night where the Bisons need to send down the night batters. Megan Connerman swings through the first pitch that she sees from Waterman for a strike. Waterman on the year, 1-0. 22 2/3 innings pitched, 22 hits, 12 runs, 12 earned, 10 walks, 5 strikeouts. She's ahead here, 0-2 against Connerman. Waterman has allowed 1 double and 2 homers of those 22 hits. That one outside for a ball. As the redshirt freshman from Oakdale, California, looking to mow down these night batters. That one's sent back up the middle. Shoemaker unable to make the grab as it's past her into the outfield. It's a hit. And for the second consecutive inning, the Knights have their leadoff batter aboard. 8 hits now for the Knights. And that'll turn the lineup over to Emily O.D. now. The right fielder. 0 for 1 as a walk, scored a run just an inning ago. Pitch misses outside. Hunt does a good job to keep it in front of her. It's a 1-0 count. Strikes need to be thrown. Outs need to be made, and runs need to be scored for the Bisons if they want to play in the A-Sun tournament. Cannot afford to lose any game between now and tomorrow. They have to sweep. It's as simple as that. They have to sweep. If they do not sweep, they are done. Waterman misses there for a ball. It'll be a 3-0 count now. Bisons only trailed by a run here in the 5th inning. Still a chance, but they need to be able to get outs, and you can't get outs by walking batters. Waterman delivers a strike there. Taking all the way was O.D. Still behind in the count, 3-1. Need to throw strikes, and if you're going to pitch to contact, pitch to weak contact to be able to get those batters out in front, roll over, and get the ground ball just like that. Crashing hard as the third baseman Belding. She'll throw across, but not in time to get O.D. It will now be 2 on, no out for the center fielder, Carly Ziegler, who once again has not been retired today. 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk in game 1. 1 for 1 so far with a walk in game 2. She'll lay down a bunt, and a nice play there by Caitlin Hunt. Nobody was covering second base, so unable to get the double play. The bunt was popped straight up in the air. Hunt jumped all over it. Everybody had crashed to their defensive positioning. Shoemaker to second, Vatula to third, and nobody was covering second. If somebody was there, they likely could have had the double play because Connerman was so far off of second. Conconnon had crashed in, but by that time, Connerman had been able to get back to the bag. So the Bisons get an out. There's still 2 on. It's Sydney Young now, who had an RBI single that scored 2 runs just an inning ago. She watches this one on the outside corner for a strike, and it'll even the count up 1-1. Young will swing through that one for a strike. It'll be a 1-2 count now. So far at least, a much better inning than previously, where the Bisons gave up 5 runs. That one misses high. Of course, still work to do. Still 2 outs to get. And it's a 2-2 count. Marin Waterman needs to sit down these batters, and she'll do just that. A called strike 3 on the inside corner to Sydney Young, and it's the second out of the inning, and they'll bring in Olivia Bricker now with 2 outs and 2 on here in the 5th inning. one misses high from Waterman. It'll be a 1-0 count. Bricker struck out in the second, singled, and had an RBI, and inning to go in that 5-run fourth. She'll swing through that one by Waterman, and the count will be even 1-1. OD off of first, Connerman off of second. That one misses inside, and it will be a 2-1 count. And will be sent over second base. Shoemaker up, flip over to first base is in time for the out. Olivia Bricker is retired, and that will send us to the bottom of the 5th inning. Shoemaker will return to the plate. Bisons trail by a run. Shoemaker returns to the plate after Vitula was gunned down at second. Bisons trail by a run. Shoemaker watches this one outside. Goatley returning for her second inning of work, an inning and 2/3 thus far. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. 30 pitches total. That one misses low. It'll be a 2-0 count. Bisons need to get runners on and get them over and get them in. Runs need to be scored. Shoemaker swings through that one for a strike, and it'll be a 2-1 count now. Bison's batter, 6 hits and 15 at-bats, whereas the Knights are 9 of 23. Knights have struck out 8 times, and whereas Bison's batters have only struck out twice. Bisons also have more extra base hits. 2 extra base hits for the Bisons, only 1 for the Knights. But it comes with runners on. The Bisons are 3 of 10, whereas the Knights are 6 of 16. Shoemaker swings through that one, and the count will be full. So, full count here to Elise Shoemaker. She watches that one high for a ball, and she will trot on down to first base. Leadoff hitter aboard for the Bisons, and it'll bring in Caitlin Belding now. Belding followed by Crawford and Conconin, with Shoemaker off of first base. Need to get Shoemaker to advance. Anna Greenwell at third base is already in, expecting a bunt. Belding turns around to show bunt, but pops it up off of the screen. Belding had a sac fly in the first, popped up to the shortstop in the third. We do, and it's popped up and caught by the catcher Young. Unable to get the bunt down is Caitlin Belding. She'll head back to the dugout. And the inning will continue now with the runner at first base with Kendall Crawford up to bat. Will we see Hurley down a bunt as well? The corner's still in, expecting bunt. She'll swing away. She'll get a running start there. Watch that one for a ball. Shoemaker, if she were to steal, has 2 on the year. Only been caught stealing once. Crawford watches that one inside for a ball. It's a 2-0 count now. Bisons trail 6-5. Runner on first. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Crawford watches that one low and away. It's a 3-0 count. We'll expect to see her take all the way here. Bison's batters have walked 4 times today. Crawford looking to make it 5. And extend the inning for Macy Conconin. She'll watch this one outside for a ball. Crawford tosses her gear. She'll trot on down to first base. Shoemaker will advance to second. And there's now a runner in scoring position for Macy Conconin. Two on, 1 out for Conconin, who's 0 for 2 here. 1 for 2, I beg your pardon, in game 2. A single, and she sends a high fly ball down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's curving and foul. Just missed that one a tad bit out in front there. And just a mere 6 feet to the left, that ball would have been a go-ahead 3-run homer late in this one. Conconin will look at a pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Conconin, again, fouled out in the first and then had that RBI triple back in the 3rd inning. A base hit here could tie this game up. She'll send this one to third. It'll curve and go foul, and probably the best thing that could have happened. Although that was a soft hit, Conconin can run. Maybe she would have beaten that ball out, but it would have been tough play. Womack in the on-deck circle. She's 1 of 2 today with a single and a strikeout. 0-2 to Conconin. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Goatley. Misses high for a ball. That'll run the count to 1-2 now. Twice today, Bison's batters have just missed a home run. Womack singled with a hard hit liner off the top of the wall, and Conconin just missed one earlier that just curved foul. She'll send this one to center field. It's a fly out to the center fielder Ziegler. 2 outs now, and it's up to Tori Womack to get Shoemaker in from second base. The freshman right-hander, 1 of 2 today. Again, with a strikeout and then a single that, if it was up by 6 inches, would have been over the wall for a home run. If you're a Bison's fan, you're hoping that Womack can show that power here. She'll check her swing, but she went around, says home plate umpire John Plavnik. Time is called. Kristen Ryman wants to give her freshman slugger some words of encouragement and some advice. Bison's trail 6-5 after leading for the first 3 frames. 5-run 4th for the Knights put them ahead 6-5. But the Bisons are threatening here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A walk to Shoemaker, a walk to Crawford. Has 2 on, but with 2 outs here, Womack needs a big hit. Bisons are 2 for 5 today with 2 outs and 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Presley Liebrick had that 2-out double to bring in 2 runs back in the second inning. Womack watches a ball here. Should anybody reach? Jesse Brown is on deck. Womack's ready. Goatley fires in. Womack takes a hearty cut at that one up around the letters. Not in her wheelhouse. That's not the spot where she likes that ball, but she swings through it. The Bisons are a strike away from squandering this scoring opportunity. Womack swings through it. A cheer from the entire Knights infield, and we will head to the 6th inning where the Bisons trail 6-5. Anna Greenwell leads off here in the top of the 6th inning for the Bisons, or for the Knights, I beg your pardon. It's been a long day. She'll watch the slow curve from Marin Waterman for a called strike on the day, or on in here in game 2. 1-2, or 1 for 2. 1 for 3. Oh my goodness. Like I said, long day. That one chopped foul. Strikeout in the first, strikeout in the third, single and an RBI back again in that 5-run 4th inning. And that right now is the difference. As the Bisons trail 6-5. That one chopped foul once again. In the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Jesse Brown, Caitlin Hunt, Amy Vatula. Looking ahead, should anybody reach, Presley Liebrick would be on deck. If the Bisons go in order in the 7th, it'll be Liebrick, Shoemaker, and Belding in the top of the 7th. That one misses wide. It'll be a 1-2 count now. Bisons need to win this game in order to have a chance to go to the A-Sun tournament. The Knights are looking to play spoiler. Greenwell chops that one to short. Vatula comes in, fields, throws to first for the 6-3 put out. And it looks like Kayla Bauer will pinch hit here for Alexis Hargrove. So, Bauer pinch hitting for Hargrove. It's a 1-0 count to her after she looks at a ball from Marin Waterman. Waterman only allowed 2 hits thus far. A strikeout and an inning and a third. She needs to continue to put a 0 up in the most important column, the run column. As Bison's trail 6-5, need to keep it there and look to score one more here in either the 6th or 7th. 2-0 count. Waterman kicks and fires high and outside. It'll be 3-0 now. Have to expect Bauer to take all the way here. She's only walked 6 times on the season, but with a 3-0 count, you're not swinging. She'll look at the called strike, and she'll now be ahead 3-1. Marin Waterman, she's ready. She kicks and fires. Check swing, but fouled back. And we go from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count. Full count. Bauer ready. She looks on against Marin Waterman. Waterman fires right down the middle, but low. It's a walk for Bauer. She's aboard, and that'll bring in Hannah Webb now. Runner on first, 1 out for Webb. Webb 0 for 3 today. Does have a sac fly RBI. She'll send that one foul. Bison's in all white. Yellow numbers. Bison's script font across the chest. Knights in all black. Black jersey, black pants, black helmet. With the Knights logo and their number right on the back. That one misses outside for a ball. Leave the count up 1-1. So Marin Waterman with a 1-1 count. Runner on first. That one sent to third. Nice pick there by Belding. She's up with it. She fires to first to get the out. Very nice play there by Belding. Going to her backhand to stop it, smother it, prevent it from getting past her. Bauer will advance to second, but they get the out at first base. Chloe Collins will now dig in. She's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. And out away from going to the bottom of the 6th inning now for the Bisons. That one misses high for a ball. Waterman looks at her wristband. She's ready. Looking to stifle Collins and not allow a hit. A hit would likely mean another run and make it a 2-run deficit. But you don't want to walk the batter Collins either, because Connerman, who is 3 for 3 today, is on deck. You'd rather face her to lead off an inning rather than with runners on. Waterman gets a strike there against the Knights' first baseman, who's batting .276 on the season. Waterman's ready. She kicks, fires. This one's chopped over to first base, fielding it cleanly, coming up and tagging first for the out is Kendall Crawford. So Jesse Brown will get us started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bisons need a run, and they're running out of real estate to do so. Jesse Brown has 2 foul outs today in this one. Needs to get aboard to ignite a rally late in this one if the Bisons want any chance of going to the postseason. They trail 6-5, a wide open hole right up the middle for Brown. If she can put it right over the pitcher's head, she'll be standing on first base. She'll watch this one high for a ball. Brown followed by Hunt and Amy Vitula. Left-hander ready. She watches that one at the knees for a called strike. 239 batter on the year. 16 hits. And she'll, for the third time this year, third time this game, foul out to the third baseman. That'll bring in Caitlin Hunt now. 3 foul pop-outs to the third baseman for Jesse Brown. We're going to get a pinch hitter. It's going to be, I believe that's Kelly Paulson. Yes, it is. Kelly Paulson is going to pinch hit for Caitlin Hunt. So, Paulson will dig in from the left side, and she'll look to get aboard here late in this one. Bisons need a run to tie this game up. Paulson, slap hitter, runs up, watches that one go by for a called strike. 170 hitter on the year, 8 hits in 47 at-bats. Does have 4 walks, 17 strikeouts. Paulson does have a walk-off hit this season. Earlier in the year, against the College of Charleston. Check swing there. I say she held. And it is a 1-2 count now to Kelly Paulson. The lefty awaits the pitch from Goatley. Outside for a ball that'll even the count up 2-2. Bisons need to get a runner on. I know I keep saying that, but it cannot be overstated. They cannot afford to lose this game, because if they lose, they will not make the A-Sun tournament. Again, they need other things to go their way, but so far, everything that the Bisons need to go their way has. They just have to win this game right here, right now. They have to sweep Bellarmine. Paulson watches that one go high for a ball, and it's now a full count to the left-handed pinch hitter. Petula waits on deck. Presley Liebrick waiting in the hole. 3 straight lefties before Elise Shoemaker. Paulson will swing through that one, and they'll turn the lineup over to Amy Vitula. Running out of time if you're a Bisons fan. Bison scored 3 consecutive frames. The first, the second, and the third as Vitula sends this one the opposite field, past the third baseman, past the shortstop, into the outfield for a single. The 7th hit of the day for the Bisons, and Presley Liebrick will now step in with a runner on base. Bison scored in the first 3 consecutive innings. First, second, and third have not scored since, as Liebrick sends the first pitch she sees straight away center field. She's retired, and that will conclude the 6th inning. So the Bisons will head to the 7th inning. their season hanging in the balance. We'll be right back here from Draper Diamond. We have a new battery in this one, as Kate Peters, the starter in Game 1, a complete game shutout for Peters, re-enters, well, doesn't re-enter, she enters into this one, and Avery Cox takes over behind the plate. We saw both Peters and Cox in Game 1. We saw Cox pick up her first RBI and her first hit in that one, and we saw Peters with her first complete game shutout. Kristen Ryman's tasked Peters with throwing another shutout inning so that the Bisons have a chance, down only a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Peters, 1-2 count, misses low there. Cox unable to block it. It'll roll to the backstop. That one sent. Trying to make the stabbing grab at it is the first baseman, Crawford. It'll pop off her glove, and it will be a hit to lead off the inning for Connerman, who is 4 for 4 on the day. So I'll bring in Emily O.D. now. That one misses for a ball. It'll be a 1-0 to O.D., who is 1 for 2 on the evening. A walk and a single, along with a flyout. O.D. sends this one up in the air. Cox calling for it. She makes the grab in foul territory for the first out of the inning. It'll now be Ziegler at the plate. She'll foul the first one off. 0-1. Ziegler grounds out to Vitula, so now 2 outs. And the first pitch swinging, Peters dives for it, cannot make the grab. Heck of an effort there by Kate Peters, going all out for that ball to try to save the Bison season. I think she's unhappy that she got that, or that she missed that pop-up. Oh, 1 count. Kate Peters to Sydney Young. Young swings through that one, so Peters, after diving for the ball, she's all right. She fires in a strike there. Kate Peters has been absolutely phenomenal today. She kicks, fires high for a ball. It's a 1-2 count. That one's lifted up in the air. Shoemaker calls it. She makes the grab. She will lead off the inning in the bottom of the 7th. Kristen Ryman will rally the troops. They will all come together along that third baseline. Bisons need 1 run to tie this game up and save their season. We'll be right back here. Shoemaker will lead us off when we return from Draper Diamond. Shoemaker, Belding, Crawford. Bisons have one last chance to tie this game up or take the lead to save their season. A loss all but assures that they miss the A-Sun tournament. Shoemaker swings through the first one, watches the second one go outside for a ball for a 1-1 count. Shoemaker on the day. 0 for 2. Does have a walk in the 5th inning. A sack bunt in the first. So technically she's 0 for 1. Sack bunt and a walk. She'll watch that one high. And outside for a ball, it'll be a 2-1 count. Shoemaker looking to get on. Belding. Crawford to follow. Bisons need 1 run to tie. Shoemaker watches this one high, and it's a 3-1 count now. And time will be called. Sydney Young will go out to talk to her pitcher, Carson Goatley. Goatley up over 65 pitches now. The right-hander, 4-12 on the year. Has allowed 136 hits, 73 earned runs. Bison's looking just for at least 1 more at the moment to tie. You get 1 to tie, and then you think about trying to score that winning run. That one just catches the corner for a called strike. It'll be a full count pitch now to Elise Shoemaker. The rally caps are on. Shoemaker is ready. She sends a high fly ball straight up in the elevator shaft. And unable to make the grab. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. The ball was popped up behind the second base bag, and Webb and Hargrove, along with Ziegler in center, were unable to make the grab, and due to nobody covering, Elise Shoemaker is out at second base. Holy moly! Ashley Montoya is going to pinch hit for Caitlin Belding. Shoemaker is out there at first base. I am speechless right now. Truthfully. Bisons need a run, and Elise Shoemaker with a leadoff double. Montoya's going to pinch hit. She's going to show bunt, stab at it, bunt it foul back off the net. Montoya on the year, 118 hitter. 2 hits, 17 at-bats. Does have 2 RBI. Has 1 double. A single here would tie the game. She shows bunt again. Pulls back. It'll go to the backstop, and Shoemaker will advance to third. Montoya can't get the bunt down, but the wild pitch does the job. And the tying run is now 60 feet away. Ashley Montoya with a 1-1 count. Watches that one high, 4 ball. It's 2-1. Bisons trail by a run, but Elise Shoemaker standing down at third base with no outs. Kendall Crawford is on deck. Macy Kinconen in the hole. The 2-1 pitch in there for a called strike. It's 2-2 now to Montoya, who just needs to look to get this ball in play. Carson Goatley kicks, fires high for a ball, and it's a full count now to Montoya. The full count pitch. Montoya swings through it for out number 1. Kendall Crawford will now come in to hit. Needs to put the ball in play. Well, take that back. A pop-up does you no good. It needs a ball into the outfield or a ground ball. That one slapped foul. Fortunate there that the ball was not caught, that it did not hang up long enough for Anna Greenwell to get over there. Need to either put the ball in play in the outfield. Sac fly would work. A base hit would work. A hard hit with the corners playing in. You cannot ground it to the first base bag, or you risk a ground out. You cannot leave Elise Shoemaker stranded at third base. Crawford fouls that one off, and it's 0-2 now. The 0-2 count. Crawford checks her swing and fouls it straight back. Almost would have been better if she swung and missed. The wild pitch could have allowed her to reach and Shoemaker to come in. Nonetheless, here we go. That one's sent to third. Shoemaker's going to score, and Crawford's going to reach. It's an infield hit. My, oh my, this game is tied. It was a diving attempt by Greenwell. Nice job to keep that ball in front of her, but Crawford was flying down that first base line. Shoemaker was running on contact. And now Macy Kinconnon lifts one into left. Olivia Bricker makes the grab, and Tori Womack will now bat with a runner on first and 2 outs. And we're either going to get a pinch hitter or a pinch runner for Crawford, and it looks like it is a pinch hitter. Womack walking back to the dugout. And Caitlin Woodside is going to bat for the Bisons. Woodside's task is to get on base. Womack struck out both times against Carson Goatley, and first pitch swinging. Woodside lifts it to second. It's a pop-up. And we are heading to extra innings. Bisons score a run to keep their season alive, and we now head to extra innings. Kate Peters will trot back out to the circle when we return here. It's the 8th inning from Draper Diamond. It is a brand new ball game, and a tie one at that. 6-6. Kate Peters, first pitch swinging, gets Shipley to pop out to her. So there's one out here in the 8th, top of the 8th. No runner out at second just yet. We'll get there later. Anna Greenwell will lead off. Well, hopefully we don't get there later. Maybe the Bisons will score a run here in the bottom of the 8th and in this game. That one's sent over to short. Nice backhand pick by Vatula. The throw across the diamond is in time. Beautiful play by Amy Vatula to get the out. Ranging to her right in the hole. 2 quick outs here for Kate Peters, and Alexis Hargrove will now step in. Kate Peters pitching at a masterful level here today. That one fouled back and out of play. Saw Peters 80 pitches in game one, only 14 here thus far, 15 now after that pitch. It's 88 in game one, 15 here in game two. Thus far, it's 16 now. It's a swing and a miss. Kate Peters showing why she is the ace of this staff for the future with her work here today. 4 runs, no hit, or 4 hits, no runs in game one. A complete game shutout from her. Entering the game here late in this one when she was called upon to keep this game scoreless, or keep this game where it's at and prevent the Knights from scoring. All she's done is go out there and get outs. She's got a 2-2 count here to Hargrove. Peters kicks and fires. This one hit to right. Liebrick coming in, makes the grab. 1, 2, 3 go the Knights, and we will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Bisons looking for a run to win this game on a walk-off. It'll be Jesse Brown, Avery Cox, and Amy Vitula when we get back right here from Draper Diamond. Jesse Brown has fouled out to third all 3 times here this game. But she gets a chance here in the 8th inning to extend this game. Bisons tied it up in the bottom of the 7th, 6-6. 1 run here for the Bisons. They win the game. Brown sends this one foul. Greenwell gives a charge, but unable to get there. It's a 1-1 count for Jesse Brown. 9 runs, 9 hits, 6 runs for the Bisons. 10 hits, 6 runs for the Knights. Brown is ready. She sends this one. It's dropping. Will they get there? No. Ziegler unable to get it. Jesse Brown is aboard with a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. And now, with Avery Cox coming up to bat, you have to expect the bunt. And the Knights do. First baseman Chloe Collins is already in. Greenwell stepping in here as well. Avery Cox, the freshman, getting some instructions from both first base coach Laura Dukes and Jesse Brown over at first base, pointing and yelling. Down, foul ball. Jesse Brown had already rounded second. She was heading for third. Cox just missed that one. But she still has more pitches this at bat to get it down and try to advance Jessie Brown from first base. She squares the bunt, pulls back for a ball. Nice plate awareness there. Next discipline from Avery Cox, the freshman catcher. She knows that strike zone. And it is a 1-1 count. Scoreboard is identical. 6 runs, 10 hits for both teams. Cox gets it down. Jessie Brown will advance to second. Cox does her job and gets the sacrificed bunt. Amy Vitula will now step in with Brown out at second base in scoring position. Liebrick on deck. Vitula today, 3 for 3. Has been aboard 4 times, 3 singles and a walk. A single here likely wins this game with Jessie Brown's speed. Both these players will be recognized tomorrow during Senior Day as Vitula lines directly into the glove of third baseman Anna Greenwell. Just missed that one, hit it right on the nose, but right at Greenwell. And it's now up to Presley Liebrick to play hero. 2 outs now in the inning. A base hit by Liebrick possibly wins this game. She watches that one high for a ball. Liebrick walked in the first, doubled, had a 2 RBI double in the second inning, then flew out in the fourth, flew out in the sixth. Checks her swing there, and it's a 2-0 count to Presley Liebrick. The stage is set. Will there be a miracle? It's a 3-0 count now to Presley Liebrick. Have to expect Liebrick to take all the way. She does. It's a called strike. The junior right fielder swings, ground ball up the middle. Jessie Brown's getting the wave home. It's a walk-off single for Presley Liebrick. She gets mobbed out at third. Kristen Ryman is there to greet her as well. And the Bison season is still alive. Holy moly. 7 runs on 11 hits. The Bisons come from behind, score 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. And Presley Liebrick wins it on a walk-off single. Kate Peters goes 2-0 on the day. She improves to 10-8. Carson Goatley drops to 4-13 on the season. Oh my goodness. We will be back for Game 3 tomorrow. Not sure of the time just yet, but tune in to the Bison's Twitter page at Bison Softball. That's not correct. Hang on. Yeah, Lipscomb SB. Tune in to Lipscomb SB. We'll figure out what time we're playing tomorrow. It's Senior Day, as the Bisons look to go for the sweep tomorrow against Bellarmine and keep their season alive. for a chance to play in the A-Sun tournament. What a game. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed this game as much as we did. We will see you all here hopefully tomorrow. If you can't join us in person, honor these seniors by tuning in wherever you may be. For tonight, this is Blake Forshee signing off. The Bisons get the walk-off win, 7-6. Presley Liebrick plays hero on this Cinco de Mayo. We'll see you all tomorrow.